Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're your shortcut to getting, well, truly informed, bringing you insights, maybe some surprising facts, and hopefully just enough interest to keep you listening. Today we're heading into something pretty enchanting, actually. Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine being told for years that something really special, maybe a unique cultural thing, isn't worth your time, even if it's like right there on your doorstep. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened to the writer of our main source today. Is the Vietnamese Water Puppet Show worth seeing? A bus on a dusty road. Yeah, regarding the Vietnamese Water Puppet Show, they apparently lived almost next door to a theater for ages, just kind of dismissed it, based on what sounds like a pretty uninformed opinion they heard once. But then, curiosity finally got better of them. They went. They didn't just like it, they loved it. Called it a great cultural experience, even a must-see for anyone visiting Vietnam. It really makes you think, doesn't it? How often we might miss out on these like hidden gems because of some random comment. So today we're diving deep, really deep into the world of Vietnamese water puppets. We'll explore the history, the artistry behind it, its cultural meaning. Our mission really is to figure out why this isn't just some tourist show, but a living piece of Vietnam's soul.
It is fascinating, isn't it? How that initial skepticism can just completely mask something so rich. And this deep dive, it's about more than just the puppets themselves. It's really about understanding, well, the resilience of a tradition and the ingenuity of the people who created it and keep it going. It reflects the spirit of the whole nation in a way. We're going to peel back some layers here. History, meaning show you just how much there is to this really captivating art form.
That reluctance at the start, it's so relatable, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we've probably all done that. But yeah, our source writer found out it's not just, simple entertainment. It's a vibrant piece of Vietnamese culture and history. Mm-hmm. Holds up a mirror to the country. To think they almost missed it just because of one person's offhand remark makes you wonder what else is out there, waiting to surprise us.
Absolutely. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, water puppetry isn't just a performance. It's an art form, a serious one with roots stretching way back. We're talking the 11th century.
Wow, 11th century.
Yeah, originating in villages along the Red River Delta in North Vietnam, born right out of the rice paddies, basically. That environment shaped it. And what's really striking is its resilience. Its unbroken history, that longevity, it tells you something, right, about its value. Not just fun, but like a core part of their heritage.
And here's where it gets really interesting for me. The source hammers this home. This art form, it survived everything, centuries of huge changes, including, French colonization, and even what the Vietnamese call the American War. That phrasing itself tells you a lot about perspective, doesn't it?
It really does.
It's just incredible that water puppetry kept going, kept being important culturally through all of that chaos and upheaval.
Which brings up a really important question, I think. What makes an art form that enduring? How does it survive? It suggests, well, obviously a deep cultural connection, but maybe more than that, a fundamental role in keeping identity alive. Even when society is shifting massively under huge pressure, for the Vietnamese people, maybe water puppetry isn't just a show. It's like a living testament to their spirit, their creativity, a kind of quiet insistence on their own unique culture. It's almost like the water itself, always there, always flowing, reflects that enduring quality.
That's a really powerful way to put it. So how do they actually do it? How do they make this magic happen? The Vietnamese name is beautiful. Mua Roi Na. It translates poetically to making puppets dance on the water.
Lovely.
And when you see it, apparently the grace, the fluidity of the puppets moving, it's really something else. Our source writer said they'd never seen anything quite like it. That feeling of unique magic seems to be what really grabs people. It's not just theater, it's illusion, very skilled illusion.
And a huge part of that is the physical artistry. I mean, the puppets, they aren't just random props. They are meticulously hand-carved from wood, then they're lacquered, using a traditional Vietnamese technique specifically so they can survive being in the water for so long. The source even mentions visiting a master craftsman in Hanoi, watching him actually make these figures slowly, painstakingly.
Wow.
This isn't, factory production. It's artisanal skill passed down. Each puppet is like a little sculpture packed with meaning, the detail, the time involved. It's quite something.
And the magic, well, it's not just the puppets, right? You watch them moving so gracefully on the water and you think, how?
Exactly.
How source spills the beans? It's actual puppeteers, usually about 8 of them, hidden from view.
Hidden, yeah.
They're behind a screen, standing in water, sometimes waist deep, in a pool that might be, 4 meters deep? Mm-hmm. So you, the audience, can't see them at all. Mm-hmm. Imagine the skill. The coordination needed to work maybe multiple puppets at once while you're half submerged and totally hidden.
It's incredible physical skill.
It really is a testament to practice to mastery, not, CGI or anything modern like that.
Well, sure, maybe some modern theaters might use slightly updated lighting or sound.
Right. Little touches.
Exactly. But the core of it, the performance techniques, they remain remarkably true to those centuries-old roots. And that dedication, that authenticity is probably why it still appeals today. It really shows off the ingenuity, the artistic skill of the Vietnamese people. It's this blend of ancient and maybe subtly new that keeps it vibrant. And the fact it survives so long like this speaks volumes.
It really sounds like the performance itself is just Vietnam.
Yeah.
In miniature almost. Our source stresses that the shows are filled with symbols of Vietnam's rural life. So it's not just entertainment, it's storytelling, right? Connecting people straight to the heart of Vietnamese culture, their history, every little scene, every character, it means something.
Definitely. And if you look at the themes that keep coming up, they really do circle around central parts of Vietnamese life, giving you a window into their identity. There's the huge importance of the rice harvest that's central to life there, so it's often shown with reverence and joy.
Makes sense.
Then you get these vibrant scenes of everyday life and activities, farmers, kids playing, village gatherings, often very rural focused. You also see celebrations of Vietnamese national heroes, figures from history whose stories everyone knows.
Part of the national story.
Exactly. And very often showcases of traditional Vietnamese songs and opera, usually with a live orchestra playing traditional instruments, plus singers. That adds this whole other rich layer. It makes it really immersive, Multisensory.
You can just imagine, can't you? Centuries back, and those villages along the Red River.
Yeah.
These shows must have felt like actual magic.
Oh, absolutely.
Before electricity, before TV.
Yeah.
This was peak entertainment, highly anticipated, a splash of color and story in daily life.
And a way to share their own stories, their history, their hopes, probably a huge community thing full of wonder.
Yeah, definitely.
Which brings us to a bigger point, really. How does art like this serve a society? Beyond just fun. Well, it acts like a living record, doesn't it? A dynamic library passing down cultural values, history, identity, generation after generation. It's a really powerful, tangible way to preserve culture, to make sure the unique stories, the traditions, the spirit of Vietnam keeps going, even as the world changes around it. It shows that culture, if you nurture it, can be incredibly resilient.
So, okay, let's make this practical. What does this mean for someone listening? Maybe someone planning a trip or just curious. Well, by going to see a Vietnamese water puppet show, you're actually doing a lot more than just watching something cool. You're actively supporting and helping to keep the ancient Vietnamese water puppet art alive and flourishing.
That's a key point.
It's a direct contribution, right, to keeping something unique in the world going, something that could otherwise, vanish.
And the ripple effect is what's really remarkable. Your ticket. It directly helps the artists who spend years honing their skills. It helps the puppet makers, the carvers, the lacquerers, the musicians playing those traditional instruments, the singers.
Everyone involved.
Everyone. All the people who make this intricate art form happen, they can keep doing their work because people show up. Without that support, the source is pretty clear. This ancient tradition with all its history and ingenuity, it really could be lost. So, yeah, every ticket isn't just a purchase. It's like a little act of cultural patronage, an investment in global heritage.
Okay, so if you're inspired, and honestly, after hearing all this, I kind of hope you are, where do you go? The main spots to catch a show are in the big cities in Vietnam, Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. Our source strongly recommends making time for it. Calls it a truly tremendous Vietnamese cultural experience, a unique window into the country's soul. Now, specifics, venues and tips from the source. In Hanoi, the most famous one seems to be the Thang Long Theater. It's near Ho An Kim Lake, often called the Top Experience. There's also another good option mentioned, Viet Culture Space Lotus Water Puppet.
Good to have options.
Right. And if you're in Ho Chi Minh City, look for the Golden Dragon Water Puppet Theater. But here's a really important tip from the source. These shows are popular, very popular. Lots of tour groups go.
So plan ahead.
Exactly. It's highly suggested you buy your tickets online, or definitely well in advance. Don't just rock up expecting to get in. Plan it so you don't miss out on this highlight.
This ability, we've been talking about the Vietnamese people preserving their identity, telling their history through this unique art. It really speaks to a resilience built over centuries. And our source does touch upon how that same spirit was evident during, more difficult times in the nation's history, it offers a slightly different perspective on Vietnam's character. What these insights seem to suggest, ultimately, is that things like military power or economic strength sometimes fall short when they don't account for the deep cultural identity, the hearts and minds of the people.
A recurring theme in their history, perhaps?
It seems so. Like the water puppets themselves, that spirit endures. The source actually highlights this by noting that, in its view, America could not have won the Vietnam War as it never won the hearts and minds of the Vietnamese people. It's a perspective that puts the outcome down to the people's spirit, not just military factors.
We have really taken a deep dive today, haven't we?
We have.
From those almost mythical 11th century origins of the water puppets, right through to the amazing artistry and its crucial role in keeping culture alive. And we heard how sometimes just a simple recommendation, or even pushing past some initial doubt, can lead you to discover something truly enchanting. A cultural gem with so much depth.
And this whole journey into Vietnamese water puppetry, it kind of leaves us with a question for you, listening out there. What other unseen or maybe underrated cultural experiences might be waiting for you, maybe hidden in plain sight? Perhaps ones you've initially dismissed. What profound connection to a place's history, to its soul, could you find if you just took that extra step? If you looked beyond first impressions and really let yourself explore.
Go ahead and explore. Stay curious. Keep digging deeper into this incredible world of knowledge we have access to. And just remember, sometimes the most amazing discoveries are closer than you think. Until next time, stay curious.